Are you a boy or a girl? Xingqiu? I guess that's its name. I call him Water Boy because it's easier for me. So I gave him some decent artifacts, I leveled him up to 80, he has a level 80 weapon as well, and these are his stats. Not the best stats, I know, but this is just a showcase of how I use Xingqiu, and I think he's actually pretty decent. I think he's overlooked a little bit. As for a weapon, I went for the Sacrificial Sword. I like the energy recharge and I like the fact that he has a chance of resetting his own cooltime. Because we all know what is better than one attack in the face. Exactly, 2 attacks in the face. The artifacts are not the best, I know. I went with an Exile build to even add more to the energy recharge because the way I use him, I don't even normal attack with him. I only use his skills, the E skill and the Q skill, like his Elemental Burst and Elemental Skill. I went with Elemental Mastery, Energy Recharge and a little bit more HP to add to his kit. Basically I go with a fire character because fire and water have the Vaporize effect, which deals 2 times the damage. And this is how I use him. I always used him for burst damage with his E skill and then activate his ulti to always have the water attacks going on the enemy. With Diluc, for example, or Xiangling, it's a perfect comp. Also, I should mention the Constellation is completely maxed out because I got lucky. I got him many times, but don't let that fool you. I also used him before his Constellation was full. I maxed his skills to level 9 and now it's way too expensive and I'm a poor guy. And the first skill, basically, I leave on level 3 because I don't use that at all. Anyway, enough talking, let's go to the fights. Anyway, the way I use this, I'm gonna use fire and then burst damage with water. As you can see, there was a shit ton of damage only because of the Vaporize effect, 2 times the damage. You don't need Diluc for this, you also can use Xiangling or any other fire character and burst it through with Xingqiu? Water Boy, you know what I mean, this guy. Now, a little bit of stronger enemies in the Altar of Flames. This here is my team, let's see how this goes. As already mentioned, fire is weak against water. So fire slimes do not have a good matchup when they go against Water Boy. 4.5k per hit, it resets their own cooltime, you can use it again, 7.5k, and then you just use his ulti, switch to another character and continue beating on the enemies. Because the swords for your ulti, they stay with you even if you switch to another character. So this is really good. And remember, I gave him energy recharge, elemental mastery and HP, so he's not even on an attack build and he's able to do so much burst damage just because of the Vaporize. Thanks to the energy recharge weapon and the energy recharge artifacts I gave him, his elemental burst is up pretty damn fast, and paired up with another water unit, for example Barbara, you actually melt through those fire shields. They actually stand no chance, they are down in seconds. This is the good thing about Xingqiu, the Water Boy, and also using Barbara on the same team. You also get those elemental bonuses. So let me show this at the Fire Flower as well. A lot of people always like to do the Fire Flower and see how fast they can do it. Water Boy does a good job here. So you switch to him, break the shield, burst it down. You even get the reset a lot of times, get the reset so many times. Then activate the ulti and make most use of electricity or ice or something other if you want to use that. Maybe even wind, the unnameable magic. And you can see the ulti always fires 3 to 4 attacks when another character attacks. So you do a normal attack which is like 500 damage and then the swords each also do 500 damage to 1000 damage. Depends on your build. As you've seen, my artifacts are not that good, but still I cut through those flowers super fast and I don't know, it took me maybe a minute at max to get this flower actually down here with the Water Boy. With a little bit help of Kaching. I should also say, yeah, there's a Kaching there, but any other electricity unit should do a similar job. Ooh, shiny. Ooh boy. Now I'm gonna make myself a little bit hated, probably, I guess. If you have Diluc, congratulations, firstly, and secondly, he works so damn well with the Water Boy's ulti. Let me explain. So as soon as you have the ulti elemental burst with Xingqiu, use it switch to Diluc, do the E skill, normal attack, E skill, normal attack, because each time you do normal attack, the water swords attack the enemy. So you do Vaporize with nearly every attack. So you immediately burst through the enemy. Works extremely well with Diluc. Just my tip and how I use it. So to showcase it one more time against only one enemy, because it was a little bit clouded before and you couldn't see it properly, you start with fire and then you immediately vaporize the damage. Then you go into the ulti, switch again character, make sure the fire lands on the enemy and make sure you always do the vaporize damage and you melt them. Literally. Because it's vaporizing. Get it? Because you do 2 times the damage. Got it? Ah, heck, you're smart. You know what I mean. Now let me touch upon real quick the side effects of the Water Boy, because there is even more. For example, if you use the E skill, you have these swords around you. It doesn't just do damage, it also makes sure you get less interrupted, so your attacks cannot be that easily interrupted by the enemy. And also, each time they still attack you, you get less damage. One of these swords will be gone for each attack you receive, but you receive less damage. Overall, he is amazing in my eyes. Maybe I get shit on, but I like to use him, and this is how I use him. This is me when I had to wake up for school. And this is my mom waking me up. As mentioned before, Xiangling is amazing to pair up with Xingqiu, because she sets everything on fire and you just vaporize the shit out of this enemy. He was up for maybe 10 seconds. Exactly the same time as my sexual performance. I only need one combo to finish this guy here. Watch me. Ulti, Diluc, attack, E, attack, E, attack, E. One combo. Okay, yeah, okay. He got lucky. Normally it's one combo. So, at the end, Waterboy Xiangqiu the verdict. I would say he's really good. I like to use him. The pros for Xingqiu are his Constellation, which is easier to skill up since he is a 4-star unit, which is a little bit easier to skill up, obviously. He is a very good supportive damage dealer. The Vaporize effect is amazing, probably the most damage you can get out of the game right now. And he has some really neat quirks, like that he heals a little bit, that he reduces the damage you take, and his ulti and recharge is super low with this build I just showed you. Other than that, I'm new to Genshin. Let me know how you use him, if you use him. If not, let me know. If you use him, let me also know. And give me please some feedback. And hopefully, I'll see you soon. I hope you enjoyed it. If not, well, that sucks to be you.
My calculations are correct. Wanwen Bookhouse is due to receive a batch of new releases today.